Carl Burton Stokes. And from 1967 through 1971, I had the honor of serving as mayor of this great city that we used to call the best location in the nation. Now, I was raised in one of the most impoverished neighborhoods in Cleveland. My father, a foundry worker, died in 1929 when I was just 2 years old. So my mother had to work full-time to support me and my older brother, Louis. But she always encouraged us to study so that we could become somebody. And we did. Now, although my first campaign for mayor in 1965 ended in defeat, it didn't deter me from running again 2 years later against Seth Taft, a lawyer from a prominent Ohio family. Now, when Abraham Lincoln issued his Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, I guess he never realized that over a century later, the grandson of one of the slaves he freed would defeat the grandson of a former U.S. president to become mayor of the nation's 8th largest city. But my friends, that's exactly what happened. I was the first African American to be elected as mayor of a major American city. One of my favorite accomplishments as mayor is when I introduced the Equal Employment Opportunity Ordinance. Now, this ordinance suggested that any firms doing business with the city had to hire minorities on their staff. Now, other cities throughout the nation used this ordinance as a blueprint to improve on their communities. But when I convened Cleveland's first water task force, I was determined to clean up the Cuyahoga River and Lake Erie. Because of all the sewage and industrial waste that was being dumped into it, it was all but dead. But I was determined to revive it. But then Cleveland gained national attention when the Cuyahoga River caught fire. Now, this was not the first time that the river caught fire, but in June 1969, when it ignited and burned for 30 minutes. This aroused concerned Clevelanders to raise awareness to all those who had neglected the river for decades. But in April 1970, Cleveland celebrated its very first Earth Day. The Cleveland Press headlines read, "Hippies and housewives unite to protest what man is doing to the earth." After the fire, I testified before Congress, which now had my brother Louis as one of its members. I like to think that the Clean Water Act of 1972 was a success because of our combined efforts. Now, although I didn't accomplish everything I set out to do, I never quit. I like to think that the name Carl B. Stokes played an important part in moving the city of Cleveland forward. Thank you.